So this week, here we are in Northern Ireland. It's my first time here, which is quite exciting. We're at Newcastle Airfield. Simon's home air show is just done for the first time.
Yeah.
Try and look excited about it, dear. So this week, I'm being a bit lazy, but we've had a few questions through, and I thought I'd answer those questions, but rather than it just being me and being really boring, I'd get Simon to sort of get involved as well. So you've got 2 display pilots for the price of 1. So, first question I will ask to Simon. How much time do you spend practicing for a display?
Not as much time as I would like to. I fly the Provost mainly, and sometimes the T6, and they're older aircraft, so the hours that are available on them are quite limited, so you don't get as frequent chances to practice, so I quite often have to practice a couple of days before the show or on the day of the show itself, due to the limited availability of hours and also the cost of operating vintage training aircraft.
Yeah, I think that's the nature of kind of vintage and expensive aeroplanes to run, really. I mean, all the Wahlberg guys sort of they do a minimum amount of practice in the type, but they tend to spend a lot more time flying other sort of cheaper to run aeroplanes, a bit like mine, really. So I, on the other hand, do quite a lot of practice. Certainly in the run up to the season, I tend to spend as much time as I can in the cockpit, practicing, rehearsing, just making sure that every manoeuvre is as consistent as possible. I can't put a figure on how much I practice. During the season itself, it tends to be just running from one show to another, and occasionally I might just have a bit of fun in between. But up until that point, probably at least 20 or 30 display practices before the first one of the season for me. But I'm quite lucky in being able to do that. So, second question. Go on, Simon.
Okay, so do you have any immediate term goals?
Immediate term goals, right, okay. Yes. I think actually one of the main ones, which kind of affects both of us really, is to get into doing a bit more pairsy type stuff. Formation aerobatics would be one of the immediate term goals. Not that we're going to want to do a lot of it. I don't think I'm going to choose formation aeros over solo stuff, but it'd be nice to be able to do the odd 1 or 2. And my other immediate term goals are all sort of commercial license related and not really that interesting for this. So what about you?
Yeah, so doing a little bit of pair stuff with Lauren. We've already been doing a little bit of practicing, so we might do a little bit more next year. You might see that with a bit of luck at various shows. Other term goals, I'm looking to find employment elsewhere and move on to a commercial flying career somewhere, whether that be helicopters or fixed wing. Wait and see. Yeah,
because at the moment Simon is a helicopter pilot in the Navy, so a little bit more hardcore than what I do, I must say. But yeah, anyway. So next question. Go on.
What's your favourite manoeuvre?
Ooh. Favourite manoeuvre? I should have asked this question to you first, really. Favourite manoeuvre? I have a couple, really. I start off most of my displays with a thing called the Mulleroyd, which is one of the manoeuvres I've featured in one of my previous videos. I think that's a bit of a giveaway because one of the others is the torque roll, which was the second thing I talked through in episode 2, I think. So go and have a watch of that. Avalanches as well. Anything sort of flick rolly in a sort of like lots of things going on, I quite enjoy. Or if I'm having a laugh, tail slides, just hilarious. Simon?
So I don't do anything quite as exciting as that. When you're flying these older aeroplanes, they're not quite that capable.
You don't really want to tail slide that, do you?
So the aerobatics are a little bit more simple and flowing. I tend to do quarter clover usually with a piston Provost to start off with. That's one of my favourite manoeuvres. It's a really nice manoeuvre. Got great vertical extent and it's a great way of changing axis. And
nice
then after that,
flowing as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. And after that, I like to do the derry wing over. When you're on the axis, it's just a very nice flowing way of reversing direction.
Yeah. So what is the derry wing over? Just explain.
So the derry wing over is you pull up into a normal wing over and start a turn as if you're going to turn one way, and then you continue to roll under in the direction of turn, but you actually end up turning the opposite way.
So it's basically like you pull up, you roll, and then you come out roll in the opposite way you started the roll.
Yes,
basically.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a great way of reversing direction.
They look really cool. Again, really, really, really flowing sort of thing. So last question I'm going to ask to you first. If you could pick any aircraft to fly, what would it be and why? And I've got a feeling we may actually have the same answer to this.
Yeah, so for me, it would absolutely be the Sea Fury.
Yeah.
Being a Navy pilot, having been on the Navy historic flight, flying the Swordfish for some years, I have always wanted to fly the Sea Fury. It's the pinnacle of piston engine fighter technology. It's the fastest, most powerful production engined fighter ever produced, and everybody that's ever flown one has said it's the nicest handling aircraft they've ever flown.
Yeah, same reasons really. It's big, it's fast, it sounds awesome, it looks awesome. Yeah, it's just the ultimate piston fighters really. And I don't know, I'm not really all that into jets so much. So yeah, Sea Fury or maybe the Corsair for me, kind of a bit of a big radial naval theme going on there. But yeah, so there you go. So thanks to everyone again this week. More questions are good, quite like doing these videos, especially with help. So thanks from us, and look forward to the next one.